Hey everybody, so today is day 2 and it's layered tag with a retro film strip. I bought this retro film strip so I could put it into Canva, and I was going to put in these sayings. I thought the sayings would be really cool to do. It's kind of difficult because I didn't want the white showing, so I tried to break it down into what do you call it? Like clean it up a little bit, and used an X-Acto knife to open up the spots where the film strip is supposed to be. Thing is, so that when I was using the material, it came out really, really light. And just so that you know, I did buy this from 49 Dragonflies. The inserts, the sayings, it's her Frosty Forest Ephemera number 7. And I probably could have done something to work that out, but it didn't. I don't know what to do. I'm not that creative. I don't even know how to make these things so that I could put my art on paper. So, there it is. If you know, you know. So here's just a sample of how I did it. And I don't stick with it too long. I kind of get through it. But I decided to use my pictures of my, well, 3 of my animals. I have a cat too, but she's not as easy to photograph. And I had some photographs of my 2 that I ended up, we lost this year. Well, we didn't lose them. They went back home. It's really hard to talk about right now. So one was in June and one was just recently. So I thought I would use their pictures instead. And then I had made a second one with the last Chihuahua that I have. That's Luise. So as you see, I did some covering up of what white spaces were left with some archival ink, and it worked out pretty nice. And the thing I liked about it is that it left a shadow on the paper behind it. So I'm keeping that paper because I'm thinking I could probably use that for something. I thought it was really actually what I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to add to the paper. So I really wish I could have gotten. I probably could have used just the title that they have where you could put the letters and do your own things in Canva, but that's not what I wanted. I liked the outline and the coloring that Barbara did on the ephemera sheet. So now what I'm doing is I'm getting some cardstock. Excuse me. I'm getting some cardstock to do the background. I don't necessarily use that if the handout that I just showed you, the one that's right there, I don't necessarily use that one. I kept it in my stuff, but it was like, I don't know, it wasn't clear enough for me, and I don't know how to use Canva to make it better. And I am using someone else's material, so I don't know if that's the reason why, because when I uploaded it, it didn't really come out nice. I'm sure there's probably people out there that know how to do that better than I did. I did another one, and that's Luise. Luise likes to hide under the blankets. Buggy is the one underneath, and then Tater went in June. Buggy just went last week. So I thought this might be a nice way to remember them. So with my dogs, I had done a lot of training with them, and they all went through obedience. Buggy, who was the blonde Chihuahua, she's doe-head Chihuahua, she did fly ball, she did agility. We didn't do too much in agility because I had trouble breathing. But we tried doing that. She loved working. She loved doing things. So she was a good companion. So I did take one of the tags that I had from Barbara's ephemera pack, and I'm going to use that as the background since the prompt is layered tag. I've seen people do so many beautiful things, and I don't know, my brain, this is where my brain goes. And I'm putting this out because I think it would be really nice if you went and saw Dephemrember, if that's how you say it. See Barbara or Luise's website, and they have YouTube channels, and they have a playlist, which I will connect in the bottom. I will give you Luise's and Barbara's connections. And I will also put in the Etsy artist where I had gotten the film strip. Now, the film strip for Canva, you can put in anything, as you can see here. My difficulty was, and this happens all the time when I do this, I couldn't figure out how to get it into Canva. Well, the thing is, I worked on a very limited screen, and what I didn't realize is I had to scroll down to get it where it would put it into Canva for me. There it is. That was just the way it was working for me. So putting the first layer down, and I'm going to be trimming it with my scissors, just because that's just how I work it. I find that sometimes some of the paper cutters, the paper trimmers that I've worked with are not as accurate as I like for some reason or another. I don't know. Specifically this one that I'm using right now, I got it from Creative Memories, and it's the roller cutter, and I like the roller cutter, but for some reason I have such a problem getting a straight line from it. So my worries, right? Anyway, I do hope you will check out everyone's channel and see. They inspire me so much. I love watching them. And I took some of my jelly prints, and if you know, I've followed Kerry Griffiths. He did a jelly printing jelly printing postcard month, and I followed along, and these are the leftovers I have from them, which I really need to make some more now that I know how to do it. That was really a tough month, because as I got further and further along, because I sort of limited myself because I was making it with zodiac signs, and that sort of limited me. Anyway, I digress, and I'll put the link in the description below as to the jelly print postcard, which I'm sure he'll do next year too. It was a lot of fun, and really, it really helped me learn about doing jelly printing. I'm really not very versatile in anything, and I do this just to show people that even if you're like me, where you have little talent, you can still do these things. And I may not have the creativity that some people have, but I may inspire you. You may see something that it just is like, oh yeah, I want to try that. So I hope that's what this does. And for me, it helps meditatively because I need something to distract me. I need to do something. I'm retired and you have to do stuff to keep your mind going, you know? So I'm thinking at this point, you know, I did it so that it would have enough room for all the dogs. But then I thought, I think I wanted to separate Lacey from Buggy and Tate. And the only reason why I wanted to do that was because I wanted to put some other things, and had I used the three of them, I would not be able to put in a little saying. So, not that that's what you do with tags, but this is what I'm going to do with tags. And it turns out that I made 2 tags instead of 1. So, it works. I'm just trying to get the ends in because I don't want the papers. See, I'm trying to make sure everything is stuck down well. Now I've already done the first one, which is the, oh gosh, I forgot what we called it, but it's altered playing card. And that turned out pretty well. And I'll have that linked as the next video. So you could go backwards. I also show how I made my journal itself. That's in the mix as well. Okie dokie. So now we're gonna, what are we doing here? I'm lost. It's been a rough day. Here we go. Okay. So I have I took one of the tags or the ephemera from 49 dragonflies and put it on a smaller tag, which is where I'm going to put Lacey. And I'm going to glue Lacey's picture down so it's like a little sliding area where you could put a tag. And I do eventually, I make a tag for it. See, I only do 3 sides, and you have to be careful because it is just paper. It's just regular copy paper, and so whatever you're going to put in there has to be light, easy, so it doesn't rip. There we go. And then on the other side, I have the jelly print collage. Now I'm going to put one of the other pictures that I got from the Frosty Forest ephemera pack from Barbara. I cut out one of the little guys to put on there. And this ephemera is from one of the stamping places, and I wanted the cat because the other one that I have, like I said, I have a cat she's pretty young. She's about 4 years old. She's a black cat, and I saw these, and she is like royalty, actually. So I thought this was really good for her. And I was hunting for a little one, and I'm thinking, all right, what can I use? I thought the other one would fit, and now I'm just trying to see if it's a sticker tag or not. I like this thing, and we'll go to that one next, but still looking for it. There it is! That's perfect, isn't it? For my little black cat. Her name is Cricket. She had to have all her teeth removed. She had something that cats have that their teeth dissolve, and it was like they asked me, are you finding teeth? And I'm like, no, and this is like maybe 2 years ago or so. And they said that she had this thing where her teeth were dissolving, and so we had to have them removed. She still eats well, so she's fine. So I thought that came out well. As I get all my mess going over here, I'm looking to see what other things we have in here that I would like to use. So here's Buggy and Tater, and I just wanted something else. That's why I picked out the little fox that comes from the Ephemerer pack. I don't know. It was cute. I guess it's a way of, I don't know why. I just needed to do it. I have no reason. And then the saying, which is really cute. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. I knew I'd have a hard time getting through this one, but this is life, right? So I hope that if in any way, shape, or form I've inspired you to see Barbara or Luise, I hope you click the like button. And if maybe you're interested in seeing what other shenanigans I might be up to, that you might subscribe. And if you have subscribed and you do like my content, I want to thank you very, very much for being a part of all of this. It helps me. I hope I can help other people expand and learn and do. Now I'm just putting down the edges because I want to make sure that everything stays, as it goes in and out of the journal. I don't want it to catch on anything and rip. I suppose I could have done it on cardstock, but I chose not to. And so here's the saying that I'm putting down. I end up putting holes, and I use some black and white checked ribbon, and the ribbon happens to come from, they gave me Buggy's paw print, and they wrapped it nice with some black and white checked. I also have Tater's paw print too. Okay, so here's poor little Luise. She's such a silly girl. And I'll see you or talk to you tomorrow.